Hello everybody, John here, and today we're looking at a new member of the fleet, and we've recently purchased this. It's a 1996 Autisleeper Trophy T4 long body, not long wheelbase. So this vehicle was made by Autisleeper before Volkswagen got their act together and did a long wheelbase van. So it's got the very large overhang on the back, made by Autisleeper, and it's a 2.4 straight 5 diesel. We got this vehicle for a good price because it had a couple of issues. One is a completely dissolved double battery tray under the bonnet, which was caused by a battery leak earlier in its life, which had attacked it, and then the thing had just completely dissolved. And also an electrical fault, which means you can't use the interior lights. It's a bit of a mystery. I didn't film the whole thing because I thought I was going to be working on this for weeks, as I'd bought it from a dealer who'd surrendered on the electrical fault. So I'm just going to give the real skinny, and I'll give you a proper tour of this vehicle another day. So basically there's a fuse top left in that image that blows every single time you turn on the 12-volt system, and it's basically the lighting circuit. As you can see, I have had every light in the camper out to make sure I've isolated everything and therefore eliminated faulty components all round. There is 6 sets of strip lights, there's spotlights, there's all sorts of things going on here, and still you get a circuit that heads to ground. So I'm no electrician, but I know enough to use a multimeter and chase things down. So I was beginning to think I might have to start following wiring, and then my problem solving training kicked in. As I say, not auto electrician, but I am a problem solver. So what I decided is that this is an actual built from new motor caravan. The chances of wiring running through raggedy holes are actually pretty slim. Also, it's well wired in that there's all the wiring heading off in the direction I'm pointing in now, and that disappears behind cupboards, it goes through trunked areas like this, it disappears behind more cupboards. Nobody's going to have been messing with this thing. So the question you start asking yourself is, what's changed? If none of the light fittings have failed and caused a short to earth, what has changed on this vehicle? So after much deliberation with myself about whether I was going to have to chase wires, I started to look at this. Now this is a non-standard fit. This is a battery operated light unit that is, or was, mounted above the mirror in the washroom. And I looked at that, and if I'm honest, although I thought unusual choice, to me could have been standard fit in this vehicle, because it's a washroom, and I thought, yeah, water, all the rest of it, may be a bit safer to have non 12 volt batteries supplied from the vehicle, non 240 volt. Maybe they did have a battery operated unit. It looks a bit too modern though, if I'm honest. Then I managed to find some literature about the van, and that suggests it's got 12 volt, as in from the car batteries, supply to the lighting in the bathroom. That's where I had my aha moment. Something's changed. The dealer bought this from an old guy who basically couldn't drive anymore. He received it with the fault, and the guy didn't tell him about it. He got it at the right price as well. So that all came together as, I wonder did the previous owner have a fault with the light that was in the washroom? Decide, well, I'm moving this thing on, I'll do everybody a favour, I'll just take that off, I'll put this battery operated unit on, which is properly rated for water and all the rest of it. It's good. So you know, this will literally work in the absence of any cables. And then drove it to the dealer, and that's the end of that. If that was true, he'd have had to disconnect the old one, bin it. I started to wonder, does he actually know car electrics, or is he thinking house electrics? Has he closed the loop, so to speak? And sure enough, when I unglued this light from here, I found a hole where the original wiring came through, 12-volt supply, and those two ends were joined together, effectively running 12 volts for the lights, which should hit a switch and then a load and then return to earth. 12 volts were just going straight to earth. He tidied the ends up by joining them. So the fix to this unfixable problem is purely to take that chocolate block off for now, replace that with that, 2 wires, 2 separate connectors, pop him back up there, and jobs are good. I'll pop that back through the hole, put the battery operated one back, and then we're going to move on to obviously a new light fitting when I can find something that's appropriate. So little bit of problem solving, turned out to be quite good fun, and solving it that way rather than getting the dealer to solve it meant I took the van away unfixed, and yeah, give myself a little bit of work, but who cares? It was good fun and I've saved some money.